Hi everyone, my name is Josie Spar, and today I'll be presenting my capstone project on occupational therapy-based interventions for individuals with postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS. POTS is a form of dysautonomia, which means it's a regulation or dysregulation of the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system controls functions such as heart rate, breathing, body temperature, and many more. Individuals with POTS often experience symptoms such as dizziness, fatigue, brain fog, exercise intolerance, and lightheadedness when moving from sitting or lying down to standing. These symptoms can significantly affect a person's ability to participate in everyday activities. Tasks that many people take for granted, such as cooking, cleaning, self-care, attending school, work, whatever it may be, all of those tasks that you do on a day-to-day basis without putting much thought into it can become extremely challenging. This is where occupational therapy becomes extremely important. Occupational therapy focuses on helping individuals participate in meaningful daily activities and improving overall quality of life. While physical therapy often focuses on physical function and movement, occupational therapy emphasizes on independence, participation, and the ability to perform simple daily tasks. The purpose of this project was to evaluate whether OT-based interventions actually improve activity tolerance and participation in individuals living with POTS. So my research question was, do occupational therapy-based interventions improve activity tolerance and participation in individuals with POTS? So to answer this question, I conducted a scoping review using secondary research. Articles were identified through databases including PubMed and Google Scholar. The search initially identified 18 articles related to occupational therapy and POTS. After just an initial general screening and applying my inclusion and exclusion criteria, 4 studies wound up being selected for a more detailed analysis. The studies included individuals diagnosed with POTS and examined occupational therapy-based interventions. Both objective measures such as heart rate response and activity tolerance and subjective measures such as fatigue, symptom severity, quality of life, and participation were reviewed. The overarching goal was to compare findings across these 4 studies and identify common themes and outcomes. So, our results section led to 4 major intervention themes being emerged from all those studies. The first theme being energy conservation and activity pacing. These interventions focused on helping individuals manage fatigue and avoid symptom flare-ups. Common strategies included task modification, prioritizing activities, and taking scheduled rest breaks, while also gradually increasing activity levels throughout weeks or however the activity program was created. Studies reported improvements in daily participation, independence, and overall symptom management. So the participants were more confident in participating in their daily tasks, and they felt more independent, which is extremely important in individuals that have POTS. The second theme was occupational adaptation. Occupational adaptation focuses on helping individuals develop strategies that allow them to participate in meaningful activities despite their symptoms or however they're feeling. Findings showed improvements in functional performance, confidence, and participation in daily life. These results highlighted the importance of individualized and client-centered care. The third theme was cognitive strategies. Many individuals with POTS experience brain fog and cognitive fatigue. Occupational therapy interventions addressed these challenges through compensatory strategies, activity modification, and techniques to improve task management. Participants reported improved coping abilities and greater success completing tasks such as work, school, and just daily life responsibilities. The last and fourth theme was graded activity programs. These programs emphasized gradual progression of activity levels to improve cardiovascular tolerance and physical endurance, while also minimizing the exacerbation of symptoms during activity. Studies found that improvements in exercise tolerance, physical capacity, and overall activity participation. Overall, the literature consistently showed positive outcomes associated with occupational therapy-based interventions. Improvements were seen across the board through all 4 studies in activity tolerance, daily function, symptom management, independence, confidence, and just overall quality of life, which again is extremely important in those with POTS. For my discussion, one of the most important findings from this project is that OT addresses more than just symptom masking. While symptom management is very important, occupational therapy focuses on helping individuals return to the meaningful activities and improve their overall quality of life. The evidence suggests that interventions such as pacing, energy conservation, activity modification, and graded progression can actually help individuals with POTS regain their confidence and independence in their daily routines. However, because this was a short-term project, there are still limitations within current research. There are very few occupational therapy specific studies on POTS. Sample sizes are extremely small, and long-term outcomes were not a thing. They were just quite unknown. A lot of the studies, like I said, focused on short-term, whereas we need long-term research. More research is needed to develop standardized occupational therapy protocols for this specific population. I personally struggle with POTS myself. I have something called the trifecta, which includes POTS, and it is extremely debilitating. And if you do not learn to get it under control in your mind, it is horrible. So I am going to school to become an occupational therapist when I graduate, and so I want to be able to do all the research that I can so that when I get to a point in my career where I'm able to help those with POTS, I can actually have something that will improve lives rather than just being forced to take medication. I have been doing trial and error for the past year when I found out that I had it, and have found things that have worked and have found things that have not worked. So this capstone project really does mean a lot to me, and this research is definitely going to go toward my future career. So in conclusion, occupational therapy-based interventions appear to be effective in improving activity, tolerance, participation, and just quality of life for individuals living with POTS. The evidence suggests that individualized interventions focusing on the energy conservation, occupational adaptation, cognitive strategies, and graded activity can help individuals better manage their symptoms and engage in meaningful daily activities. The overarching take-home message from this project is that occupational therapy helps individuals with POTS do more than simply just manage symptoms. It helps them regain independence, participate in meaningful activities, and improve their overall quality of life. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.